Quick, get him a Diet Coke.
Whoa!
There's been a recent interview with one of the concept art directors from the prequels, George Lucas's prequels, and he just had something to say that we saw in the sequels. So let's hear it. So he does say that George Lucas' cut was a bombshell Star Wars twist from Phantom Menace. Liam Neeson was supposed to be Obi-Wan Kenobi. The real Obi-Wan Kenobi died. And I think J.J. Abrams probably ripped this idea off, and that's why Ray took on the name Skywalker, because I mean you can kind of see where this is going. They originally wanted Liam Neeson to play Obi-Wan, and he would be the older. I mean, he would still do his role. The acting wouldn't change, just his name would change. But then at the end of the film, whenever Obi-Wan, played by Ewan McGregor, actually defeated Darth Maul, or so we thought until Dave Filoni got his hands on it, he then took on the mantle of, okay, this is getting confusing. Ewan McGregor's character would have been named Qui-Gon, and this would have been Obi-Wan. So, in an interview from artist Ian McCaig to StarWars.com to mark the Phantom Menace's 25th anniversary, says that he was originally planning this twist. They were originally swapped, meaning Neeson was playing the real Obi-Wan, and thus the real Obi-Wan died. For a time, the older Jedi was named that, and the younger was named Qui-Gon. It was very poignant that at the end, as Obi-Wan dies and Qui-Gon defeats Darth Maul and stays with his master as he passes away, he not only takes on his master's quest, but his name, because he appropriates. Sounds good, doesn't it? That's why when you see Alec Guinness in A New Hope, he puts his hood down and goes, Obi-Wan? No, that's a name I've not heard. That's not the real reason. That doesn't even make sense. Because this happened in Phantom Menace, and after all that, he goes by Obi-Wan throughout the entire Clone Wars. It's only until he hermits himself on Tatooine that he goes by Old Ben, because they were looking to hunt and kill the Jedis, and they would know the name Obi-Wan. Because he's not Obi-Wan, he's quite. Oh my gosh, he doesn't even. Oh, yeah. Stop trying to make it make sense. It doesn't fucking make sense. It's never going to make sense. And thank God, this is why George needs to be the idea guy and have other people write, because he needs to be reined in. Now, he has great ideas. He's had a lot of great ideas, very visionary. He's also had a lot of clunky ideas and outright dumb as hell. This is another one. McGregor was always playing the younger version of Alec Guinness, who originated the role, but the characters, yeah, go over it again. Why don't you? And then that's basically the bombshell here and of itself. It then just goes on to talk about how he reprised his role for the rest of the trilogy, and then came back to completely crap all over the legacy, to completely destroy the lore, to call the fans racist, and no Star Wars fan of in his book, because we wanted you to stick to canon. Because you never should have left Luke and gone on this escapade with baby Leia. Because it sucked. You only got it because of fan service, because the prequels ended up being more loved than what they originally were. I mean, they were loved at the time, but there were also a lot of dissidents around them. But then the sequel trilogy came out, and the prequels, like, man, they went up a notch in a lot of people's books. It's the only reason why you got an Obi-Wan TV show, and you completely shit the bed. No thanks. There's one thing that I do want to say about this. This actually, I mean, all writers' rooms and everything like this go through that. You go through revisions, rewrites, edits, everything like that. You have your artist storyboard every single idea just so that you can see if it might make sense. And then a lot is always cut, a lot is reworked. This is what modern Hollywood is not doing anymore. They're not rewriting or reworking anything. So if George had been allowed to do it, we would have lost Star Wars way sooner than we did. Thankfully, we got the prequels and half of Rogue One. What do you guys think about this? Is no one okay? I can only speak for myself because I'm the only guy presenting this information, but I know that George isn't he's not some massive genius. He's a visionary genius. He's got a bunch of great ideas, also a bunch of bad ideas. It needs to be reined in. But at least he lets his imagination flow. Y'all let me know what you think about this information, and would it have made the prequels better? It still had Jar Jar, though. Although I do have a fond soft spot for episode 1. If you just cut out Jar Jar or his head or something like that, just cut him off. This is Multi from the GCA. Y'all take care. We will see you next time.